What's up guys, Rob Optimal Bodies. Now, nice simple one today, but I think you'll find it very informative as in the gym culture, I still hear all these myths. So this one is about my top 5 gym myths. So just things that I've heard during my career in the gym industry, and I've been in various different gyms over my life, and just things you read on the internet. So there's a lot of bro science that people might call it. So I just want to debunk a few of these myths. And some people, it might just be that light bulb moment and realise like, oh, I thought that was true. And it might just save you time and stop you wasting your time, spinning your wheels and not getting results, okay? So my top 5 gym myths, which I think need debunking, okay? Number 1, and you've probably heard a lot of these, and hopefully you don't believe them. Muscle and fat can turn into each other, basically. So how many times have you seen like a big person and either you've said it or you've heard someone else say it, saying, oh, what happens when you're older and all that muscle just turn to fat? Or I'm going to go to the gym, I've bulked up, I've put some body fat on, or you might be an overweight person, I'm going to go to the gym and turn this fat into muscle. It is impossible, okay? Muscle tissue and fat tissue are 2 separate tissues. They can't change into one another. They're completely different, okay? It'd be like me turning into an alien or turning into a girl, or, well, we won't go down that route because people get political about stuff like that. But okay, so it's 2 different tissues basically. So it's like your muscle tissue can't turn into a liver organ, okay? Your bone can't turn into fat tissue. It's just, okay, it's different tissue in the body. So basically, no, you can't. You can burn fat and reveal the muscle that's underneath. That's possible. You can put on muscle, obviously, but body fat and muscle tissue, okay, they're separate entities, okay? You might have already known that, but just to clear it up. Okay, number 2. How many times have you heard someone say, do you do a lot of reps to burn fat when you want to lose body fat? So say you bulked up and now you want to start cutting, shredding, whatever you call it, you start doing lighter weight, high reps. Big mistake, okay? You might get a bit more of a burn because it's a longer set, you get a pump. The more the muscle contracts, it's getting blood trapped in it. So you get a bit of a pump, what we call it, which can have its own benefits, but not in the way you're thinking. It doesn't burn fat. Same way sit-ups don't burn fat just because it's burning around your abs, okay? That's the muscle working. So doing high reps does not make you leaner. You're better off. You're going to lose muscle that way, basically. You want to carry on training the way that built your muscle. So the way you probably might be doing heavy weight, you might be doing 3 sets of 10, something like that, to failure on the 10th rep. So you want same sort of training, just normal bodybuilding training, like between 8 and 12 reps. Don't change. You don't start doing stupidly high reps thinking you're going to burn fat, okay? It might have its place in other places in the gym and other goals, but for fat loss, it doesn't work, and you want to maintain as much muscle as possible when you're dieting, because muscle is metabolically active tissue. So you'll burn more fat if you keep more muscle. You'll keep more muscle by keep lifting heavy weight, okay? So keep the weights heavy, keep the training the same. The diet does the fat burning, okay? The training keeps the muscle, or hopefully can carry on building muscle if you're losing fat. It's another story, okay? Number 3, you have to squat to get good legs, to build legs. Probably heard this all the time. You've got to squat, and you might even felt bad for not squatting, and you might still carry on squatting. Although it might cause back pain, it might cause hip pain, it might just not be for you. You might not be built for squats, okay? You can build class legs without squatting, okay? I'm not saying don't squat. If you enjoy it, squat. If you don't enjoy it, it causes pain, it's just not for you, you prefer the leg press, a squat machine, leg extensions, whatever, then do those. It's the stimulus. The squat is just a tool to cause damage in the micro damage in the muscle fibers, which lead to growth eventually. So it doesn't matter. The machine's a tool, free weights is a tool. They're just tools. It's the intensity and how hard you work with that tool. So if you're going to failure on a leg press, Jesus Christ, that is hard, okay? Going to failure on squats is hard, but you don't have to do them, okay? Your brain doesn't know that you're squatting, okay? Your muscle doesn't know that, oh, I'm performing this in a squat, I'll grow. If I'm doing a leg press, I won't grow, okay? So you don't have to squat, okay? So don't believe that. It's a great exercise, but not for everybody, okay? Number 4, the more you train, the more you grow. Okay, basically the more is better principle. Same, you might relate this to diet and things like that, but for training, more is better. So you might train every day. You might know that person that just isn't out the gym and they train for longer and harder and 3-hour sessions. Okay, if you're training for 2-3 hours, you're probably not working at the intensity you need to for that full duration. Okay, you rest is so important. You grow outside the gym. Training is inherently catabolic, which means the muscles tissue is actually breaking down. But then it's when you go away, you eat your protein, you rest, you recover, you get the nutrients in, and that stimulates, that causes the growth. The training is just a stimulus to grow, but it's actually catabolic. So the more you do, you could actually just be spinning your wheels and breaking down your muscle tissue too much, really fatiguing your nervous system. That's like your big battery power for your muscles. So you could do bench press, chest, etc. on a Monday, really push it too much. Go to do your legs on Tuesday, it's like, oh, it's a different muscle group, it's fine. But because your central nervous system's fatigued, you might not be able to go as heavy on your legs and cause growth. So workouts can interrupt each other. So if you find yourself doing that, you're not getting stronger. If you're lifting the same weight that you were 6 months ago on the bench press, summer is up. Try putting extra rest days in and see how you go, okay? Big myth. And number 5, you've got to do cardio for fat loss, okay? How many people did you see just jump on the treadmill when they start a diet, or they go out running when they want to burn fat and they want to lose weight, okay? It burns calories, but so does being in a calorie deficit. If you, for example, you need 2,500 calories, just number off the top of my head, to maintain your body weight. If you drop that down to 2,000, you've got a 500 calorie deficit, and you'll start to burn body fat. You'll have to get that other 500 calories from body fat. That's your energy store, okay? It's like your fuel tank for your body, okay? You might burn 500 calories on the treadmill, but which would you rather do? Just eat 500 calories less and not have to do the treadmill that you probably find tedious and boring, and it's negatively affecting your workout. It takes time, okay? If you enjoy cardio, do it. If you want to get fit, if you're doing it for a sport, great, do it, but don't. If you hate it and you feel like you have to do it because, same with squats, that you just feel like it's the norm, you've been told you have to do cardio, you don't. People get shredded with just diet and let the weight training keep the muscle, okay? Burns calories. You burn fat when you're training, even though it's weight training, you still burn fat. So you don't have to do cardio to get shredded. Okay, hopefully you understand all those. If you've got any questions, hit me in the comments below. Please like, share, etc., etc. Cheers, guys.